Hi guys, I'm here to show you today to do a little crafting project that I did for my granddaughter. This is an iPad mini cover that I got for her her iPad mini, and she saw my iPad cover and she loved that it was a little pocketbook, and she also wanted to have something similar to it. So I figured, you know what? They don't sell these anymore. So I decided, you know what? I want to get her one. So what I decided to do was create my own. So I got a plain blue iPad cover and I painted it myself. I took and I made a little stencil, painted it with acrylic, enamel paint, not acrylic. Acrylic would come off. I purchased folk art enamel paints, which are made to stay on really good. So I did that design. Then what I did was I took an awl, I poked a hole on each end, I took a cord, I put it through, and then I beaded it, and then put a pretty little bow on the side there. So I have two granddaughters. So this is for my older granddaughter. I think she'll love it. It's got a nice sturdy handle, a pretty bow, and I created a little sheep on here, or a little lamb, for her on her cover. Now I have my other granddaughter, so here we go. I took a plain, like I said, it was plain, and I painted this little mouse on it in a little magical garden. And we're gonna do the same as I did to the other one that I just showed you. So what I did was I took an awl and I poked a hole here. So I'm just gonna see where I poked this one so I can poke both of them the same. So I'm gonna hold it there together. I'm going to mark right here. And then the other one is right here. Now the way I did those marks were basically by holding mine up to it and gauging more or less where the center was on my handle as well. So that's how I got that size. This looks like about, like if it was an inch in, I'm guessing. All right, so what I'm gonna do is carefully, hopefully without hurting myself, I'll put that under there so when I poke through, I won't stab anything. That went through pretty easy. I'm just gonna go in like that far thickness of the awl so that way I can pull my cord through it. And here as well. So this is probably going in like an inch, like that. All right, let me come on this side. So that's how it looks on the inside. Alrighty, so let me get my cord. So basically this is gonna be the top, as you know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the top here. Hopefully I can get it in easily through the top. I've taken this little cord that I have and I put tape on the end of it so I can push it through, as you can see here. All right, so I'm gonna thread that through. Now I'm gonna come to the other side and hopefully I'll get this one through. Let me just go through this side just to make sure that I got a good enough opening from this side. Now this is a quick little easy project to enhance a little cover make it unique and special. So now I'm going to pull it, leaving like 2 inches on the end. Then now I'm going to start beading it. So I counted how many beads I started with the other ones. So these are they're pony beads that I got at the craft store. This one particularly I got at Joann's fabric store. So let me just go ahead and bead these really quickly. Like I said, I have tape here because, as many of you might know, this cord ravels a lot. So you need to, before you cut it, you have to tape it off. And when I finish, I'm gonna show you what I do to keep it from raveling. So I'm doing alternating clear, pink, and I'll do that till I get to the end. So I like spoiling my little girls. Let me see. So I have clear, pink, clear, pink, clear, pink. Let me get that out of there. And it's clear. So I like my girls to feel special. I'd like for them to feel like they have something unique that only they have. Because you can't buy this. This is something I just came up with only because I saw how they liked my little iPad cover. So if you have your own tablet cover, I'm sure you can recreate this on any size. And let me tell you, I love my little iPad cover because the handle makes it so easy to carry it and not risk dropping it. I have, of course, got mine on Amazon, but I was looking for it to see if I can reorder them for my girls, but they don't have any more in stock. So you can see this goes pretty quickly. And okay, that's pink. Now I'm doing clear. Don't mind me because I don't want to mess up my order. I'll pull that out a little bit more. Now this is stretchy, so I'll be stretching it a little bit to make sure I can get it done and have enough to tie it off with. And when I say tie it off, let me show you the original. Where did I put it? What I did was I took and I made a knot back here, and then I took a needle and thread after I knotted it. You could probably use hot glue, but I wanted to use a needle and thread. So after I did the knot, I went through the knot with a needle and thread just to make sure that the cord isn't going to fall apart when the girls are running around with it and playing and tugging. No, it's mine, no, it's mine, no, it's mine. You know how that goes. And as you can see here, before I forget, I did take a lighter and I carefully heated the end, and then I came back and I twisted the ends like that so it would stay closed. I might put a bead here and hot glue a bead to the end when I finish, so we'll see. It's just a matter of getting this far and securing it, which you could do as well. All right, so let's get back to it. So I'm on pink. So now I'm going to go with clear. So these images, I got them off Pinterest and recreated it because I wanted them to have something really cute that reminds me of their characters, of their little ways of being. Which is cute, charming, sweet, innocent. All Alrighty, we're almost done here. So like I said, for my strap here, I measured for 29 pony beads, which is a nice size for them to stick their hands in and carry their tablet around. Alrighty, we're almost done here. So if you want to get something like this cord, you can go to your craft store and you can look for cording, or you could use ribbon. You could use anything that's going to be sturdy and not break. Alright, so that's my 29 beads through there. So now I'm going to take, and I want to, let me get this out here. I want to, I'm going to be pulling. Let's see, I pulled too much this way. You're just going to have to adjust it, I guess like that. Then now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a regular knot on the end. But I'm going to pull really hard because like I said, this does stretch. So I'm trying to get the ease out of it so that way as they use it, it's not going to stretch and have a gap here on the sides. But that's this particular cording that I have. Alrighty. So here we have it. I'm tying it really tight. Okay, so here we have that. Isn't that great? All right, now, so now like I did with the other one, I do want to come in and take a needle and thread and just secure that. You could probably hot glue it. I don't recommend doing another knot because it's going to be too thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to come here and just give it a good stitch just to make sure that it doesn't come apart on my girls. And I'm going to cover the knot with pretty bow. Now, if you wanted to decorate yours, embellish it more with rhinestones, Swarovski crystals would be awesome on here. I do have Swarovskis I could stick on here, but I don't want to make it too blingy. All right, that's that. I'll cut that string. Now I'm going to show you how I made the bow. Oh, but before I do that, let me just let me do these ends because I do not want them to get messed up. So I'm coming away from it, away and coming closer and closer, just till I see that it's starting to kind of melt, as you could see, I hope. And now I'm going to come in and I'm going to just twist the ends like that. Oh my God, they make these things so hard to open. There we go. Just making sure it's nice and secure, warming it a little bit more, and then coming in and securing that, and that's that one. So now I have the tape that I put on the end here so I could thread everything through. I'm going to do the same on here. Sorry. It's a good thing these things are hard to actually turn on, only because we don't want children coming and playing with these lighters. So I pinched that one. Melting it a little bit. Now I'm not going directly on it. I'm going close to it and letting the heat melt it. I think I still see some loose pieces here. Hang on. Just look for any little pieces that are frayed that are sticking out. And just melt it. Voila. All done, all secure. All right, so I have taken a piece of wide ribbon. This is ribbon. It's polyester. This is 2-inch wide. And what I did was I crisscrossed it like this. Okay. Then what I did was I took the center and I gathered it like this. And I took the end, this piece here, and I went to the center and then I gathered it as well. And now what I did was I took my needle and thread and I went through the top and I'm going to sew that in. It's very simple. Now the ends of this ribbon, I've also sealed them with the lighter. I lit it and I sealed it because, as you could see here, as a matter of fact, you could see here, let me see if I can show you. See how it's fraying there? I guess I didn't get that one good. Or maybe I didn't do that side. All right, let's get this going again. So let me see if I can get this close enough where you could see it. So you don't go really next to it, you go near it, and you'll see that the fabric, the threads start to melt and it seals it in. So don't go too close because you don't want it to get scorched and burn. So there we have it. All done. Now it feels secure and continuing. So what I do now is I'll pull my thread through. I'm going to lay it flat for a second just so I can adjust my fabric. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to twine around. I'm going to take the thread like this, pulling it, making sure I spread it out pretty. Pull it nice and tight. Go around a couple of times. Come to the back. Do a nice knot. I'm going to knot it off. I love to sew and do crafting, so it's so much fun for me. Cut it off. I always cut my thread because if you pull on it, you always get little stray hairs. And let me tell you, when you go to thread a needle, it is so hard to get the needle through because you have those little invisible threads that you can't see. And you're like, why can't it get it in? It's because it's pushing. It's not going through. All right, so that part is done. So now I'm going to take this cord here. I'm going to put it back there. And then this is going to go here. But then I do have some ribbon here. What size is this one? This is a 1/4 inch ribbon, I think. Let's see. All right. Now what I'm going to do is, again, I am going to take and I'm going to do this here, which I've already done because I cut the other piece off. Now I'm going to measure how much I want to put around here to wrap around. So I think this is like an inch and a quarter. And even that's a lot, because I'm going to fold it under. So we're going to cut. I'd rather err on the side of making it a little longer. And I'm going to seal both ends because this frays so easily. This is how you do that. Again, not going so close where you're going to scorch it. And now everything is sealed and it's not going to fray. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pretty bow. I don't know what side I like. This side I like better. So I'm going to put it right here at the end, which is the top of the case. To make it pretty, I'm going to put this ribbon in front of it. Bring the ribbon to the back, as you can see. Now I'm just going to wrap it around the end here. Let me grab that end here. Now I don't know if I'll be able to show you perfectly how I'm going to sew it, but there's what it's going to look like when I'm done. So now I'm taking it to the back. I'm going to take this end, I'm going to fold it up like so. I'm going to take the other end and I'm going to bring it around. I'm going to take this little end and I'm just going to fold it under. I'm going to come with my needle and thread. You know, and when I'm doing this, I'm also securing it to the rope, the cording that I have here. So that way the ribbon stays in one place. All right, so this is being finicky. So let me attach this little piece here to the cord first, so it won't slip around on me. And it'll give me an anchor to hold on to. See that? And I'll do that again. Just attaching it to the cord there because it is slippery. It's very slippery satin. All right, now that's anchored on there. See that? Now I can put this back in front. Bring this around. Grab that there. You can hot glue this onto your project if you're going to make one. I'm sewing it because I want it to be a little bit more stable. I'm going to grab this here. It's not as easy to sew in this position in front of the camera. I'm trying to keep it where I don't move the thing so that you can have it to see in your perspective or your view. Alrighty, I think we're getting somewhere here. I'm not trying to fudge or hide how it is sewing it on, because you're going to make one, you're going to be like, how come she made it look so easy? Well, guess what? You got to fidget with it. Even I have to fidget with it, unless you're using a hot glue gun. hot glue gun, I would have just thrown a dab of glue in there and been done, but I want it to be different. I want it to have the ribbon nice and secure and not risk it falling apart. Oops, I want this over. It's getting tucked under there. All right, this is all done. Just gonna secure this side. There it is, we're done. So guys, I hope that this little project inspires you, children and adults, and you try recreating one yourself. I'm just making sure my knot is good back here. And you make one. From what I've seen, you can even buy purse handles in craft stores. And if you're an adult and you want to create one for an adult, get yourself whatever iPad cover or whatever kind of covers you use for your devices, and you can easily make some holes in here and put a handle and just carry it just like that. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial and it has been fun for you to watch, and it's giving you an idea on what to do, how to recreate this little project. So like I said, you need an awl, you need a lighter, you need ribbons, nice sharp scissors, and if you're not going to decorate the front, you can put stickers on here, or have a friend that has a Cricut or yourself create a nice design for you. I don't like to put my kids' names on here, which I was thinking about putting their names over here. Then I'm like, no, because I don't want strangers to know my baby's names. So if you like, you can do the same thing, and you can always put their names inside. So let me show you the inside of this one. Now that it's all completed, you saw how quick and easy that was. And they're unique, they're individual, they're personalized, and I know they're gonna love it. Guys, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this, share it with your friends, leave me questions and comments, and see if you make one. And if you do, let me know if you do it, and let me know how it comes out. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you've enjoyed it. God bless.